Hello everyone, here I am again. Wednesday. This would be our last FB Live for this month. In July, we're going to start a new format. We'll make sure we keep you in the loop and let you know what's going to be happening in July and in the coming months. Hi, Kiran. I always love seeing you join me on Facebook Live. I appreciate you so much, Kiran. So, uh, are you one of those people that eat well, eat clean, and exercise and do pretty much everything right, but still have a hard time, being healthy or, being the way you want your body to be? Maybe you can't lose weight, even though you're eating well, or you get sick easily, even though you're eating well. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Truly. I am so happy to see you guys here. I mean, it just um, makes me so happy every time I see you all, and I appreciate you all so much. So, and also like blood pressure, if you have high blood pressure, if you have lower immune system, any of these things, then you will always probably wondered, what is the missing piece of the puzzle? Why am I still having these issues despite eating well, despite exercising, despite doing everything right according to most doctors or most people? I'm doing everything right. I'm still not getting the results I want. So, one of the things that I want to introduce to you today is an full spectrum infrared sauna. So, right behind me is the full spectrum infrared sauna. We have it in our office now for you all to benefit from. One of the things that I've always seen in my practice over the years is that we are seeing more and more and more people with inability to detoxify. And this is something that often seems to be a problem, and that's always a roadblock to health. And if you have listened to me in the past, or if you've been on my webinar and so on and so forth, you know how important it is that we get all the different aspects of our life in the right order in order for us to get health. So the things that are very important are your diet, the kind of water that you drink, the quality of water you drink, how much water you drink, movement, absolutely, for lymphatic, circulation. And there is another aspect of it that I often talk about, which is the mind. And there is a fifth aspect, which is the ability to detoxify. So a lot of people who do things right and they get frustrated and come to me, they are most often frustrated because their body is not detoxifying. We do live in a world where there are a lot of toxins. For example, our aircrafts are still, filled with leaded gas. So, which means that it still has lead in it. So every time there is an, aircraft that's flying around, it's mostly emitting these lead vapor in the air, and of course it comes down, it settles, and we inhale it. So we are going to be definitely coming across it. And then pesticides, weed killers, fertilizers that are being used in the lawns, I mean, and many more, right? Through our food, even if you're eating mostly organic, if you eat some non-organic foods, or if you eat not organic at all, there are so many different ways toxins get into our system. And naturally, some people have a greater ability to detoxify versus some people that don't. This is also one of the reasons why many people succumb to certain kinds of things more easily than others. If there is flu around us, or even COVID for that matter, right now, there are some people who are much more likely to get it or become sick or even die because their body does not detoxify, their body does not, um, you know, go back to the state of health quickly. And this is one of the top reasons for why people stay sick or can't lose weight or can't really get to the health state despite doing everything else. And so that's where the infrared saunas come to play. So, especially in children too, we see this often where there are a lot of kids who have skin issues like eczema, or they have food allergies, or even environmental allergies and so on and so forth. And one of the things that we talk often about in practice is our lymphatic system, the lymphatic system not being able to detoxify. And lymphatic system is not the only system that detoxifies. There are many other systems that helps us detoxify, but that is one of the major ones that is never talked about. So what does a full spectrum infrared sauna do for you? So everyone, one of the things that I want to talk about is everyone can benefit from it. This is not like a wet sauna where, it is, you add water to a heating element and it actually makes the air hot. This is not a wet sauna. This is also not a dry sauna. So in many cases, the regular dry saunas are saunas where your heating element actually heats the air and then your body gets heated. So those are the ones that when you open the door, you're like, the hot air hits your face. But infrared saunas are actually saunas that are, the lamps do not really heat the air, but they penetrate your skin to be able to do what we want, specifically detoxification. So there are many different types of infrared saunas, full spectrum, far infrared, and near infrared, and so on and so forth. So the reason why we actually bring you the full spectrum is there are many different benefits to different wavelengths or different spectrum of the infrared. So for example, far infrared does detoxification. It lowers blood pressure. It also helps us relax. The mid infrared causes us to have improved circulation, increases weight loss, pain relief. So in cases of arthritis, arthralgia, or even any case of fibromyalgia and so on and so forth, can highly benefit from a full spectrum infrared sauna. The next one is a near infrared. And in this one, it's usually for cell health, immunity, wound healing, anti-aging benefits, as well as oxygenation of tissues and improving of nutrition to the tissues. So this is where each of the different spectrum helps us. So if you have a full spectrum infrared sauna, you're going to get all those benefits, which is of course better than getting only partial benefits, right? So everyone from children all the way to elderly can use an infrared sauna because it doesn't really make your body dehydrate quickly as a dry sauna would by heating the air. So this is a very important thing that I want you to know. So anybody can use it, and of course, according to the age, according to the things that they need it for, and so on and so forth, we will actually have certain amount of time as well as the temperatures would be set according to that, so that you get the benefit without actually having any kinds of issues from it. But I've not seen any side effects from it so far at all. There has not been any that has been documented in any kind of research or studies. And there have been plenty of studies that have been done on infrared saunas. And I had my infrared sauna session as well just this morning, and it was fabulous. I mean, you actually can feel the heat, but the air isn't getting heated at all. So it's a very interesting and a very powerful experience to have in order for us to get help. So what are the things that a full spectrum infrared sauna that can do for you? It can promote weight loss. It can remove toxins from the body. It can ease joint stiffness. It can even reduce malignant cancer cells because it's going to help with the lymphatic system. It also improves lymphatic flow. It strengthens the organs. It improves cardiovascular health. It also enhances blood flow to every part of the body. So in cases of Raynaud's disease and so on and so forth, this can be a very helpful tool as well. And also helps with chronic pain. So one other thing that I want to mention about it is that these infrared saunas are also low on EMF, which is an important thing to note. And they are naturally antimicrobial because of the cedar wood. So we are actually offering these sessions now with our infrared sauna, and our sessions are available online. We'll be posting the link to booking your online session right here after the FB Live, so that you can go ahead and book that. We are offering packages right now. And for my Facebook Live listeners specifically, we are going to be offering a $10 off the packages. So on the code, make sure that you're putting FB Live. If you put that code, you will get $10 off at 10 session package. So that whatever we are already giving it at a discounted price, and that will actually lower it even by another $10 just for you guys. So I am ready to answer any questions specifically about detoxification that you may have, or the infrared sauna sessions. They are going to be available for you from as early as next week. So we have already started booking, and we already have reservations for it. And we have an online calendar for you to book as well. So you can actually do it at your convenience. You don't have to call anyone to do it. You're just going to make it as easy as possible for you to get healthy more and more and more. Whenever you do an infrared sauna session, I do want to make sure that you have to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. You bring a water bottle with you, and you're drinking water even after the session to keep yourself hydrated. Okay, because people do sweat a lot, and you're going to be detoxifying. One other thing that people tell me often is that they are not sweating anymore. And obviously, if we are not sweating at all anymore, one of the ways of detoxification doesn't work. So in that way as well, the infrared saunas can be absolutely helpful. I probably missed it. Is this safe for someone with low blood pressure? Great question, Kiran. So it is just about making sure that you're drinking plenty of water. There is no problem if you're having low blood pressure. It is not going to make your blood pressure too low. It is just that it has a tendency to make more, things in balance. So you do have to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water though while you're in it, just because you don't want to be losing a lot of, water while sweating, and that can actually lower your blood pressure as well if you have a tendency to have low blood pressure. What are your thoughts on ozone therapy? Ozone therapy is amazing as well. It's one of the things that is used in many places, even in dental health and so on and so forth, to get rid of virus, bacteria, many pathogens for that matter. So that's actually a good one as well. Ozone therapy though is something that needs to be administered, and it's not something that you can just go get a session in. So that's the only thing that's a little complicated about the ozone therapy, but it's absolutely wonderful. Will this be helpful for kids with mast cell issues who are usually very sensitive to heat? Very good question, Shri. So typically the heat that we feel when we go out, like right now in this heat, is something that you're actually going to feel right away. It's like really hot. So when I was actually in the sauna today, one of the things that I noticed is, yes, I am feeling hot, but for children especially, we don't really do it for long periods of time. So they are actually set at a very low temperature, and they only do for 10 to 15 minutes at a time. But this temperature is sufficient for things to be moving, for the circulation to be improved, for the lymphatic system to be moving along. It even actually raises your heart rate. So which means that all of this activity takes place even without you moving. So infrared saunas are also called as a lazy man's exercise. So just so you know. And it's very helpful for mast cell issues because it's going to help with the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the home for immune system cells. And many times mast cell issues come from the lymphatic system and the gut. So because it's going to help detoxify without actually putting anything internally, then the mast cells may not get activated. And this will be a really great tool even for children. Any other questions? So I'm going to actually post the link right here, right now on our comment section. So anybody that wants to look at this more and book their sessions, they are welcome to do so. I've posted the link right there on the comment section. Okay, any other questions? And also, this is something that I wanted to mention as well. So with the COVID, a lot of people are thinking, oh my gosh, why would I want to actually go and use a sauna and especially in a public space, and it's used by many other people. I do want to address that. One of the greatest things about it is that the cedar wood is antimicrobial, and they are constantly disinfected, so there'll be no issues with virus and so on and so forth. And infrared automatically kills viruses and pathogens as well, so which means that naturally they cannot grow in this infrared sauna at all. Who is it made by? It's actually made by a company called as Healthmate, and this company has been in business for 20 plus years, and they are the one of the oldest ones, and this is also certified by the forestry department. So every single piece of wood that we actually see in the sauna is taken from fallen wood, fallen trees, and none of the trees are harvested for this. So I really, really love those aspects of it, because I'm environmentally conscious as well, and I want to leave the least carbon footprint as possible. And if you live in another state, okay, and you want to actually, this is something that you can own for your family. Just a few minutes every day can radically improve your health and your family's health. This is the other piece of the puzzle that for your health, for sure. So this is an investment that keeps on giving. So if you are interested in actually buying this as well, do let us know, because we do have a very good relationship with this company, and we could probably get it for you lesser than the retail price. So I'd be happy to help you with that as well, because I love my patients and all of you viewers. So I'd be happy to do anything that I can to help you. Any other questions? So I've been wanting you to do a 5G live. Yes, we'll be doing that soon, Kiran. Thank you always, for being patient. Thank you always for bringing up those kinds of questions over and over again. I really appreciate your patience. I will make sure I do that soon. All right, so that would be the end of this session. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it as always, for sharing your time, and I hope that I brought you some new information today. Okay, so until next time, I will see you. Bye bye.